An all-Brazilian matchup to decide the men's world champion today. Filipe Toledo wearing the Hydro Flask Leaders jersey for a dominant season, his best of his career, and the closest he's ever been in a position to clinch that first world title. Italo Ferreira, as we know, came down with one of the greatest finishes in our sport's history with winning in the water over Gabriel Medina at Pipeline to take out his first world title. He returned in his world title defense. And now a rematch that he's been waiting for 1 year as the horn goes off. Filipe versus Italo, these conditions we're going to already see at the start. Ferreira setting that sight on a ramp on the left as he goes down. I'm pretty sure, Rosie, you were expecting that.
But Filipe knows this wave. He serves here. This is his second home, or home now, and we're seeing him take off.
Filipe Toledo setting up his opener here at the Rip Curl WSL Finals. Wrap to start. Off the bottom, big blitz off the lip with the fin throw, jamming down the line. Total control on some messy sections for Toledo. Winds up and punches out the finish with authority. No warm-up required for Filipe. Or what'd you like about it?
What an amazing start. You know, had a bit of bump on the face here, but Filipe just navigating this first section, and this was where he got to throw the tail so fast, so whippy. Again, just getting so much progression and speed down the line. And this was the turn that I loved, slashing and laying back just so fast. The Filipe that we are just picking up where he put down last year out here.
Both these guys, total showmen. The flex riding away, that just builds Felipe's confidence.
I think the velocity too. I mean, every section that he came to meet, he just threw himself at it, that power and just the confidence. And one of my favorite waves of the men's draw so far.
If anyone could have the energy to survive a day like today, it could be Italo, as he's looking curious about the left. He will commit. Looking for a first ramp, tail high, stomps a reverse. Sets up the float on the windup again. Frontside wrapping cutback. Jams the fins out, forces a reverse on the end section. That's going to set up Filipe for his forehand. Toledo, first turn, a dynamic one in the pocket. Out in front, an absolute layback dagger. Frontside wrap again. Toledo looking perfect through that last wrap. And he'll slip off. First mistake, and might have been a painful one.
And throughout the day, but Filipe, this wave was so smooth on the open face.
Unbelievable start there, Laura. What about out in front?
That was the turn. That was unbelievable. It was frothy at the start, but, you know, it stood up and just had that nice, clean wall with, a lot of energy. Fizzled out here, and he just wanted to get some work done. That's where he has no front teeth left, but...
and you could see he didn't get the hands up.
He just hasn't he's just lifted everyone along the way. From that win...
And here he goes.
And here he goes now from that win at J-Bay in 2018. He was so dominant, and now he's really looking on fire here. Just feeling it. It's like, how's that? You give him the balls, right?
Awesome to hear the fire out of two-time world champ Tommy Carroll enjoying the show. Back to Filipe. Laura, what'd you love about that first turn?
Wow, he threw so much spray. Absolutely amazing by Filipe here. That first turn was just so spot on. He just knows this wave so well, just connecting the dots and unfortunately going down.
But here's Italo.
Italo's going to take a fall there. But yeah, it's an amazing level that Filipe brings to competition, especially in big heats. It's a huge moment for him.
He was into his world title defense last year. He didn't really hesitate with big numbers, as we see him throw away a punt on the left again. But it was interesting this year when he started missing finals, when he was kind of stuck in a lot of 7 scores when he needed 8.
You know, his points of his surfing and how it should be judged. And Italo, like we said, yet to make a final this season and really trying hard to get in that excellent range. So it's pretty fun to see that little extra fire and how it shows in their surfing.
Italo coming off the left again, just forcing a quick little fade there on the left. He's really just ramp hunting now. Go above the lip quickly, controls the tail waft. No reverse there, pulls it forward, reverses the second version. And now ramping up another quick little tail out, and he'll get stuck.
Yeah, no, this wave just looked like the wind was sort of playing havoc. He was just waiting for this to wall up. Almost lost it there at the start, but as you can see, it went flat, and you knew here he was going to look for the ramp. That bowley section there kind of felt a little bit forced here, like he was just trying to make something happen, you know, spinning it around there, but going for the third one here, but unfortunately not able to hang on. But a lot of
all rooting for this man as they want him to win his first world title today. Felipe on the windup. Clean wrap to start. Already a ton of speed. Quick speed jam. Climbs the next section. Can catch up to anything out here. Extended tail drift. Big float right into a redirect off the top. And will he shut it down? His finishes have been tough. Not this time. Slams it shut.
You know, put his board, and he served this really well. A nice opening gouge there, and just here he realized he had to make the move down the line, and even his floaters and foam climbs are just throwing so much speed. Blowtail right there, and then finishes off here with a nice big wrapping carve. So yeah, a lot of chasing done on this wave, but the way he connected those dots was pretty wild.
Back to the form that kicked it all off with that top turn. A lot of surfers here at Lowers wouldn't have gotten the distance. Felipe proving that he's the fastest surfer on the planet.
He is the fastest, but I think Laura also just mentioning the sweet spot. That's what Felipe is tapping into. Every time on a wave, he's able to find the lip line, whether he's coming from behind or kind of carving down. He's able to keep that flow and the speed and showing us points of difference and obviously a lot of variety.
It'll be interesting to see what this score comes in as, you know, there wasn't any, you know, major sort of turns besides that big cut.
Basically like family, taking some sweet time right now just to put the right words in her head, so she's going to be incredibly confident in this next heat. We've got waves on the way. Italo Ferreira rolls in. Now checking out the Lowers right. Cool little backhand wrap. Nice little power hack for Italo. Back to the lip again. Driving into the section, blows half the board out the back, controls it, taps the white water as Felipe is loading up. Italo will finish. No turns for Toledo as he's out. Not easy to do, Rosie. What'd you see?
Well, I just like the crispness in his surfing, the way that he waited right on the bottom before he flicked that tail out. So cool to see this different shadow and approach from Italo. So quick off the top and bottom. I know we've been talking about Toledo's speed, but this guy, to keep it in the pocket, not, you know, fly out in front of the face.
The wave of the set right now. Going beautiful.
Catch up to Strider in a moment there as he is just frothing through every single turn. Toledo still looking perfect with his form, his technique, being in the right sections. His balance of finesse with power and variety is second to none. And 88 world champ Barton Lynch kind of reflected on it earlier when we were hanging with him at Sunset Beach. It reminded him of his era of the Aussies being household names and all trading a lot of different world titles. As we have Italo rushing down the line, comes off the whitewater section. Big blast there, still needs a 7.13. How quick was that transition? Back to the lip again. He's got an inside bowl to work with. Great read. Incredible series of backhand snaps, even into this little 1 foot section. He's putting this thing to bed. Wondering if he still had energy. Well, there it is. Snap to slide. Controls the finish. He said, everybody settle down. I'll give all the energy here in the water.
This replay was a bigger set. Only one of these, so Felipe did not get the one behind, but you know, getting some work done. Nothing too critical at the start here, but working down, throwing buckets of spray there, and just keeping it tight in the pocket. This is where he just goes and does 100 turns, and you know, nothing too critical. So I'm not sure how high they're going to go here. The wave goes quite small, but look at him go. Just that is some wild surfing.
So intense for Italo. But maybe we'll get one more shot. 3 seconds. And using priority to get the first win. Title match heat number 1. Filipe Toledo. 7.63 and a 7.5. Wow, that one got incredibly close.